Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and all our social media platforms at Phenoboxing. You can follow my personal social media at Adriana_sports. Enjoy.
It will definitely be a good one. And Billy, I want to ask you a question that came up, and this is in my preparation, was when you look at boxing now as you do, if you weren't a boxer, what would you be doing right now?
Probably about 20 years in prison.
20 years in prison.
Probably,
And that's
yeah.
an honest answer, right?
Probably, yeah.
Good man.
So, boxing's done a lot for me, you know. Look, as boxers, we all moan and groan sometimes. Look, no one likes it. I've got 4 kids. I don't like going away from home and being away from them for 3 months at a time.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes you've got to put yourself in situations that you don't want to be in to get the result that you want. You know, nothing good in life comes easy, as we know. You know, we all got 24 hours in a day, and it's how you use them. And my 24 hours for the last 10, 11 weeks has been locked away on an island. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's what it is. But, you know, boxing's done a lot for me. And if it wasn't for boxing, I probably would be in prison. So, you know, I owe a lot to boxing. And that's the reason why I'm becoming a manager now and signing young fighters to give them a chance as well, to get where I've been and where I'm going to. And to secure a better life for them, because, you know, there's plenty of other fighters out there with just as much talent and plus than me, but they've not had the chance and the platform to go on. At the minute now, we've got obviously the biggest promotional company in boxing, MTK. I'm lucky enough to be part of that and got, you know, the platform to work alongside of. You know, so I'm signing up a few fighters now that I'm not going to overcrowd it because I'm still boxing myself and got a career, but I'm signing up enough just to take under my wing and watch them grow, hopefully, and to give their self and family a better life.
Yeah, and that's very true. And you know, I've noticed, all the jokes aside, right, Billy, you've been a very good comedian at times, right? Some of your some of those antics, right, and I won't go into the details, no need to, but you've had me in stitches with it, as I'm sure many others. But you seem like, as you've grown through the years, you've just always remained very humble. And now I've started to notice in your interviews, you seem to be very much mindful of not just yourself, but you talk about your kids. And that was another point where I think, you know, people on the outside look at you guys as big, burly boxers. You know, you don't give a shit. You just want to punch people. It's part of the job. But when you speak to you, you're actually human beings, right? So how does it feel with the whole time away from your family? Because, again, you said it's difficult for 3 months, but people just, you know, people don't really resonate to people like you in that way because they see you as a sporting celeb and you're just a thug, right? You're a boxer. Whereas reality is you're taking time away from your loved ones, your kids, mentally, you know, and I'm a father myself. Mentally, that is massively challenging. Whether it's 1 night or 2 nights away, you know, you kind of cope with it. But how do you prepare yourself when you go from being an amateur into a professional and then having those long distances and time away from your family?
I think that, you know, first of all, there's a lot of fighters out there and a lot of professional fighters out there that can't do training camps away. A lot of people look at us and say, oh, yeah, you're having a good time, you're in the sun. On a beach, you know, we may, out of 7 days, you may get a chance to go, and if you can even be bothered to go and walk down the beach for 25 minutes, then you want to go home where you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, the fighter alone has to, like, I can't really do camp at home, if I'm honest, because I'm wild. I'm here, there, and I'm everywhere. So, you know, I need to be away to get focused, to get in the best shape I can, to be away from your comforts, you know, sometimes. And I think you need to put yourself out, and, you know, you need to build a team around you what's really like family sort of thing, I suppose, to go away, and, you know, everyone needs to get on. And, you know, I'm lucky enough to, you know, every training camp I've had, and I've always got on with the team and we've always worked well. So I think that's the main thing. And it's very hard, obviously, because it's not only me what's making the sacrifices. It's obviously Mark Tibbs, Greg, you know, Cam on strength and conditioning. He's all here, and, you know, we're all making sacrifices, and they're making sacrifices for me. So, you know, some days we wake up grumpy and go, and, you know, we're making weight, and we're training hard, and, you know, but we're all a load of men living in the same house. It's like a shithole. But work, you know, we got to crack on. We got to go on, and it's not pleasure. You know, it's not pleasure. It's plenty of pain.
It's not. No, absolutely. And Billy, one of the questions I wanted to ask you. So a lot of people have been pinging asking this question. You're obviously very close and tight with Tyson himself. So Fury AJ, I've got to ask the question, mate. What do you think of the fight in terms of who's going to come out as the winner of that?
Do you know what? It's a fight I'm not really going to talk about because I spoke to him today and it's not sounding good really for it to happen anytime soon. So, you know, people know my thoughts. I've talked about it, but I think that there's mountains to climb before the fight's even made. You know, I was speaking to him earlier on, and they're no further forward really than they was last year. So, you know, there's a lot of talk around it. But I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure it will happen, but I reckon the end of the year sort of thing. But yeah. I reckon Tyson all day long, twice on a Sunday.
Yeah, interesting. And how do you handle trolls? I want to ask this question: how do you, as a professional, handle trolls? Because it's something that's rife across the media at the moment. Whether it be a black football player being racially abused after a fight, after a football match by his own fans, or whether it be me and you talking now and people just.
You know how I handle trolls? I just imagine their sad, pathetic life. Do you know what I mean? Sitting down, scratching their head, eating a can of beans in front of a TV, watching a football match and talking about people. That people like that don't bother me. They can say what they want about me or you know, a lot of stuff go over my head. People, you know, the names you get called and, you know, you're going to get led in the body bag when you're this and that. They're at home, just scratching their head, looking at the TV, that bored, they don't know what else to do. I'm out making a living, providing for the family, providing for loved ones, and doing the best I can, keep my body in shape and fit, and cracking along. You know, to me, they drive me on. I use that as fuel. You know, I use that as to boost the energy system.
Yes, perfect. That's a good response because again, as we're talking, I see comments, you know, like I do with different people I interview, and I knew that response was coming, but I think it's a good one, right? Because that's how you beat a bully, right? You just say, you know, whatever, you're just feeding me to keep being more successful and keep hating, you know, because at the end of the day, there's a number of people that outweigh the minority, and there are some massive fan base behind you. Even in America, there's a huge.
Do you know what? Listen, I've got time for everyone, and to be honest with you, I don't look at myself as being a celebrity because look, I'm a traveller, come off a traveller's site, and I've grew up all my life on a council site. You know, my mum and dad's on there now, and you know, where we come, I don't look at myself and think, oh, I'm better than the next man, or he's better than me. I never put myself above or beneath anybody. Yeah. I treat people how I get treated. Don't get me wrong, I've not been perfect, but you know, I'm certainly not a bully or